There was an evil king who tried to, gain all this power and do bad things, but he died. So his brother decided that he would be smart about his acquisition of power. So he gave up everything, went into the forest to meditate and pray to Shiva, and he did. And he prayed, and he prayed, and he prayed. And finally Shiva showed up and said, what do you want? He's like, I want to be invincible. And Shiva says, well, don't we all? He says, no, wait. I want to be invincible, but I have conditions on it. Shiva's like, well, hurry up, right? I got a 3 o'clock appointment, so I need you to get on the case. So the guy says, okay, I don't want to be killed by man or beast. I don't want to be killed inside or outside. I don't want to be killed in the air or on the ground. I don't want to be killed during the day. I don't want to be killed during the night. And so she was like, are you done? He's like, yes. He's like, okay, fine, you can have it. So Hiranyakashipu, who's the name of this demon, he comes back, and then he just wreaks havoc. He does all sorts of evil things. He raises taxes. He is taking over everything. He's punishing people, and all the righteous people who do the right thing feel like they have no place to go, and they say, what are we going to do? And they pray to Vishnu, and they're like, Vishnu, you got to help us. And he's like, relax, I have this under control. And in the meantime, Hiranyakashipu has a son. The son's name is Prahalad. Right? And Prahalad these days has come to mean the perfect son. So Prahalad is born. He's about your age, if not a little older. So Hiranyakashipu decides that the best thing to do is that his son should go into the evil business just like him. Right? So if he's evil, well, shouldn't his son be evil too? So he brings his son into a room. He says, son, I got a question for you. Right? Who is the most super fantastic, awesome person ever in this world? You know what? In this universe. Who is it, son? The little boy thinks. He goes, I think it's God, Daddy. He's like, oh. Let's try that one more time. Right? Who is the most super fantastic, awesome person ever in this whole wide world, universe, and also happens to be in this room? Okay? And so the little boy goes, oh. Do you mean God? He's like, that's it. You're no son of mine. I want you dead. Guard, kill him. So the guard's like, well, I got a mortgage. I'm not going to mess with the evil king. So takes the little boy to the top of the mountain. He says, son, I like you. You're nice. But I got to think about my family. And throws him off the top of the mountain. Right? So Prahalad bounces, runs into things, spins, gets to the bottom of the mountain. Not a scratch. Even his hair is perfect. Right? Not a hair has been moved. The guard looks at him and goes, lucky bounce. Right? We'll try one more time. So brings him back to the top of the mountain, tosses him off again. Same thing. Kid gets to the bottom of the mountain without a scratch on him. He's like, well, okay, let's burn him. Right? Let's make toast. So the best thing we can do is if we throw him into a fire, he'll be taken care of. They make this colossal fire, and they throw him into the fire. The moment Prahalad hits the fire turns into rose petals. They're like, well, freak accident. We won't worry about that either. You know what always works? Angry cobras. You get a bunch of angry cobras together, hit them on the head a couple of times, they raise their hoods and they just bite indiscriminately. Let's do that. They're like, yeah, great idea. So they gather up all the cobras they can get, they release the cobras, they slap it around a little bit, and they're like, hey, Prahalad, catch. And they throw them in with all the cobras. The cobras turn around, they protect Prahalad, and they start chasing the guards. They're like, bad idea. We've done everything we can. Let's take him back to Dad and let Dad figure this out. And they go back and they say, your royal awfulness, please take care of your son. This is not our problem anymore. And they run away. And the dad looks at him and says, why won't you die? And he said, I don't know, Daddy, because God likes me. He's like, I'm sick of this God talk, right? Where is this God? He's outside. He's here. He's everywhere. No, he isn't. I am God, right? I am supremely awesome. I am God. Oh, Daddy, God's in you, but you're not. Enough. Is your God in this pillar? Yeah, Daddy, I told you, he's everywhere. So Hiranyakashipu slams the pillar with his fist. The pillar explodes, and out comes Narasimha. Narasimha comes out. He's a beast of a man. He is 6, 7 feet tall, all muscle, face of a lion, and he's just snarling. Hiranyakashipu looks at him and says, okay, it's time to brawl. Let's fight. So they fight. Epic battle. They destroy everything in sight. They're using weapons, they're using hands, they're using furniture, they're just throwing stuff. Everybody's running away because they've never seen a battle of this epic proportions. And while they're fighting, Hiranyakashipu looks at him and he says, this guy's kind of strange. He's not a man. He's not an animal. He's a manimal. Right? This is odd. He's like, okay, whatever. I need to focus on the fight. He continues with the fight. He's getting tired. He's never gotten tired in a fight before. And as he's fighting, he looks outside the window and he notices that it's not day and it's not night. It's twilight. It's that part of the day where the sun set, and the moon, it really hasn't gotten dark yet. It's twilight. He's like, well, you know what? Coincidence. It means nothing. So he continues fighting. He gets tired and tired and he falls, he collapses. He can't fight anymore. And he says, what you gonna do to me? You can't do anything to me. Right? So Narasimha picks him up and he takes him to the threshold of the king's castle, which is neither inside or outside. Again, it's that in-between space. He's like, oh yeah, big guy, you're gonna put me down. You can't put me in the ground, you can't hold me in the air. What do you plan to do? So Narasimha sits down, picks him up, puts him on his lap, which is neither on the ground or in the air. And he's like, uh-oh, now what's he gonna do to me? And then he just rips him open and completely destroys him to pieces. And this is the story that I was told when I was your age. So, this is the story of Narasimha. Now, what they told me is this version, right? Happy lion with a great haircut from Eric of Norway, right? All happy and being nice to the kid. What they didn't tell me is that imagine if you're this little 10, 11-year-old kid, and this guy is chasing you, right? After he's killed the evil king, he's like, ah, come here, little kid, ah! And he's chasing this little kid, and he's, a little pralad is running around. He's running around, he's like, stop, you can't kill me, you're God, right? And he's like, yeah, you're right, I am God. Well, you passed the test, right? What kind of test is that? That's just cruel, to chase a little 10-year-old kid around, trying to, scare the wits out of him. Who knows, he probably soiled himself, we don't even know about that story. But that's how he, this is the story of, the story of Narasimha. So Narasimha then goes away, and Prahalad becomes the king, and all is well with the world and the universe. And so these are the different forms that Vishnu has taken, right?